Well, hello friends and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. So in this episode, I have a very interesting bike for you. So this is all about 2023 SCOTT ADDICT RC PRO road bike. And in this episode, I will give you some main reasons why I believe this is a very good value for money bike, considering if you want the pro level racing bike. When you look at the price of this bike, it is of course an eye-watering 10,000 US dollars price. But as I said, considering that this is a pro level racing bike, I don't think this is such a crazy price for this bike, of course, in today's bike market. Of course, at the end, I will also give you the main competitor for this bike, which will come from the world of canyon bikes. So this SCOTT ADDICT RC PRO bike. Let's first answer the question, who is this bike for? You see, SCOTT ADDICT RC Pro platform is all about lightweight climbing machines. So definitely, stiff bike, but definitely the bike that any professional bike rider would gladly take and compete with this bike because it's the ultimate offering from the SCOTT lightweight range of bikes. So keep that in mind if you are in the market for something like really lightweight, stiff, proper climbing machine. Of course, in today's world of these road bikes, all these climbing machines are also a bit aerodynamically optimized. So as you can see, the carbon frame on this bike, the fork, handlebar stem, and the seat post, everything is a bit aerodynamically optimized. So also to make this bike as fast as possible in any situation. When it comes to the paint scheme on this bike, as I see currently there is only one paint scheme on offer. It is this beautiful metallic green with a hint of silver, so definitely totally fine paint scheme. Again, I wish that there is another paint scheme on offer on these levels of the bike, because as I said, the price is eye-watering 10,000 US dollars, but we will see what do you get when we dive into the specifications of this bike. So when it comes to the frame and the fork on this bike, what do you get? So the frame is the carbon fiber HMX level from SCOTT. So this is not, creme de la creme top level, because they have a very special frame, which is the HMX SL carbon fiber frame. But these frames you rarely see, and they are probably on the orders of the full bike. If you would consider the full bike closer to like $13,000-$14,000, even 15. So this HMX level carbon fiber frame, perfectly fine, excellent lightweight carbon fiber frame from SCOTT. And also the fork is the HMX carbon fiber fork. So both frame and the fork, 12mm through axles, internal cable routing, and also flat mount disc brakes. As far as I'm aware, SCOTT offers 5 years warranty on their carbon fiber frames. Please double check it with the SCOTT dealer, because it might be now that it's a 6 years warranty, 5 or 6 years warranty, definitely. And again, I wish that at some point SCOTT would move to offer a lifetime warranty on their expensive ranges of the bike. But all in, carbon frame and fork on the HMX level from SCOTT, excellent stuff, no complaints here from me. Now let's talk about the group set on this bike, because it's absolutely a secret sauce. It is the Shimano's Dura-Ace Di2 electronic group set. So it is the 12-speed group set from Shimano, latest, greatest, the Shimano Dura-Ace R9200. This is the group set that, professionals are riding on the Tour de France level. So shifters, front mech, rear mech, everything is absolutely superb, and I have no complaints about this Shimano Dura-Ace group set. One interesting thing here with this 12-speed group set is that with Shimano, it's a kind of semi-wireless group set where the rear mech and the front mech communicate wirelessly. I'm sorry, they are cable connected, and then the front mech and the shifters, they communicate wirelessly. You might have seen, SRAM wireless group sets, which are totally wireless, so there are no cables. Shimano still uses a bit of a cable connection. Now let's talk about the crankset on this bike. You will get again a superb Shimano Dura-Ace crankset, so no cutting corners, 5236 crankset, which is paired with the Shimano Dura-Ace chain, again, no cutting corners, and this is also paired with the Shimano Dura-Ace cassette, 1130 cassette. Absolutely everything is superb, no complaints here. The only thing you might think about in the future with this 1130 cassette, if you want a bit more range, you might need to buy 1132 cassette, for example. But this is definitely the future upgrade. When you change the chain in the future, I would always advise you to stick with the Shimano's 12-speed compatible chains. Is it from the road bikes, from the mountain bikes? You can use any of these, they are totally compatible. But just stick with the Shimano chains and the cassettes. When it comes to the press fit bottom bracket, this is a classical Shimano standard BB92. I'm not expecting any creaking noises here. On these levels of carbon fiber frames, Scott should definitely do an excellent quality control, quality check. Braking system on the bike, again, superb. Shimano's Dura-Ace hydraulic disc brakes, front and the back. Here we have the Shimano's CLRT 900 braking rotors. So again, Shimano Dura-Ace level braking rotors, which are absolutely stunning. Excellent heat dissipation, excellent stopping power. The only little complaint here is that when you look at the size of these braking rotors, this is my mistake. So both rotors are 160 millimeters front and the back, so definitely no complaints here from me, because that's what I like to see, 160 millimeters front and the back, because what you need is a good stopping power and a good heat dissipation. When it comes to the handlebar and the stem, keep in mind that this is a carbon fiber piece, but it is a one-piece handlebar and the stem from Syncros Creston SL. Of course, they have done it for the bit of aerodynamical reasons and a bit of lightweight. Again, with one-piece handlebar and the stem, that's a proprietary piece. So if you want to change anything in the future, you gotta check, with Syncros, with Scott, is it compatible? And also, if you want to finally adjust your position on the bike, you can't do it so much with this one-piece handlebar and the stem. Seat post is an SL Aero carbon fiber seat post from Syncros. Again, very nice, excellent addition. It's going to soak up some of the smaller bumps. And when it comes to the wheel set on this bike, they've included a carbon fiber wheel set from Zip. This is the Zip 303 SE carbon fiber wheel set. So if you quickly look at the specifications of this wheel set, as I was saying, carbon fiber wheel set from Zip, on the open market you would be paying approximately 1,200 euros US dollars for this wheel set, and it is a hookless wheel set with Zip's own hubs, 176 hub and 76D hub. Listen, I have no experience with these Zip hubs. Was the reliability? I've heard some stories that reliability is not so perfect, but then again, you should definitely double check it with some of your local bike shops who has worked with Zip wheels. As it is with this wheel set, it is, tubeless ready. This is a 45 millimeters rim height and 23 millimeters internal rim width. And I would just mention that the maximum tire pressure you should use on this wheel set is 73 psi. And also the total weight of this wheel set is 1,530 grams. So it's a nice carbon fiber wheel set from Zip. Zip also offers you their lifetime warranty on carbon fiber wheels. So all in, I have no special complaints here. As I say, there are some stories that Zip hubs are not, super reliable, but again, just double check with the local mechanic who has worked on Zip wheels if you are really worried about it. This wheel set is wrapped in the Schwalbe Pro 1 tire. So this is the 28 millimeter tires, both front and the back. Schwalbe Pro tires, excellent tires. 28 millimeters tires, also excellent. A lot of air volume, smooth bike ride. And definitely in the future, I would advise you to stick with 28 millimeter tires just because of this good air volume. And also, if you want a bit of better tire than this Schwalbe Pro, then you can definitely move to something from Continental or Vittoria tires, for example. I forgot to mention with all this bike that the seat on this bike is the Syncros own production seat. If you don't like this seat post, very easy to replace, because saddle is always a personal preference, so you might have one of those which you really, really like. So the total weight of this bike, Scott is claiming 7.2 kilograms, which is excellent in my opinion. So if you add the pedals on top of it, a ready-to-ride bike is probably 7.5 kilograms in some kind of size medium. So very competitive in my opinion. And again, considering that the professionals have a minimum bike weight of 6.8 kilos, this is absolutely up there. So now when I said that this 10,000 US dollars bike is a very good offering from Scott, if you want the pro level racing bike, what I mean by that is that when you look at the competition, basically I can only see one proper competitor to this bike, and this would be the Canyon Ultimate CFR bike with a retail price of $9,500 US dollars. So we are speaking here again on the superb level of the carbon fiber frame and the fork, basically the best that Canyon can do, with all the smaller carbon pieces of handlebar stem, seat post, saddle, also Shimano's Dura-Ace Di2 electronic group set, Shimano Dura-Ace hydraulic brakes front and the back. And also I will just mention here that with this Canyon CFR, one of the secret sauces is definitely the DT Swiss wheel set. And this DT Swiss wheel set, in my opinion, of course, is much better than that Zip 303S wheel set. So this is the DT Swiss PRC 1100 V-cut Mon Chasseral wheel set, which is an absolutely stunning climbing wheel set from DT Swiss. And also this bike from Canyon will come with the Shimano's power meter. Although you have heard the stories that Shimano power meters are not so precise as some other offerings, and they have some their own problems. So maybe this is a good or a bad thing depending how you look at it. But all in, I think this is the closest competition to that Scott bike, because this Ultimate CFR with the Dura-Ace equipment comes at $9,500 US dollars, and also astonishing bike weight here, which I have to mention, that the Canyon is claiming 6.32 kilograms. And again, I'm guessing this is some kind of size medium. So even with the pedals, we can say this is about 6.6, 6.7 kilograms out of the box, which is truly astonishing. So compared with the SCOTT ADDICT RC PRO, this bike would be almost a kilogram lighter than the SCOTT ADDICT RC PRO in the same size. But again, as I say, here you have two bikes on the pro level. So if you want to ride what the professionals would gladly ride, then definitely you are speaking about the price range of 10,000 US dollars. So I think this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!